Hi, I'm Laura, and this is LAYLO Wellness. Today we're going to be just going through a nice, gentle yoga sequence, something to either wake your body up easy in the morning or start to slow yourself down a little bit in the evening. Perfect if you are a beginner, if you just want to get a little movement in, or whatever purpose you put to it. Let's go for it. Let's get started. We're going to start today's practice in a seated position, so find any seated position you enjoy. It might be cross-legged or bound angle, whatever's feeling good for you today. Spend a few moments just sort of checking in with your body. Do a quick scan head to toe, noticing what's feeling a little tight or sore or needs a little TLC. Paying attention to how your brain is going right now. Maybe it's full of what your to-do list looks like, or maybe you're reviewing what happened during the day, depending on what time of day you're doing your practice. Our goal is just to observe. It's not to really change it. We'll get into changing it as we start moving the body. Coming to your breath now, going from your natural breath to a few deeper, more intentional breaths. And on your next inhale, let's bring the arms out and up so we start to move the body just a little bit. Let's do one more deep breath up. This time as you exhale, drop your left hand across the body, setting it on your knee or your leg, whatever it can reach, and bring your right hand behind you to support your back. Gentle look over the shoulder, releasing the spine. Any kinetic energy that's been holding it in place, we want to loosen it up. Let's take a deep breath up to the center again and exhale and take that deep twist to the other side, looking over the shoulder. And take that deep breath right up to the center. And exhale. Let your hands come down beside your body now. We're going to bring our feet out in front of us, a little bit of space between our feet and our knees. And use your hands however you need to help support your body. And gently start to move those legs side to side, a little windshield wiper motion. Loosening up the hips and the low back. This time we're going to point those knees toward the top of the mat and shift our body a little bit so we're facing that forward leg. That front shin is parallel to your mat. We're going to bring this back leg back just a little bit and frame up your leg with your fingertips. They can be tented or flat, whatever's feeling good for you. Take a deep breath and lengthen out through the spine, and then as you exhale, let yourself hinge forward just a little bit. Take a deep breath, lengthen out the spine, hinge a little bit more deeply. Let's go one more time. Deep breath in and let yourself hinge forward. We're going to pause here for 2 breaths. On your next inhale, press up. And we're just going to flip it to the other side. Turn your chest to face that forward leg. Frame it up. Take a deep breath. Lengthen out. Exhale. Let yourself sink in just a little bit. Inhale. Sink a bit lower. One more time. Deep breath in. And sink down. Two breaths here. On that next inhale, let yourself lift up. Let's face the front here of our mats. Lengthen out through your right leg and just let that left ankle cross right above your knee. We're going to set the right foot back down. Use your hands. Walk yourself a little bit closer to that leg and then gently move it side to side. Putting a lot of emphasis on loosening up the spine and opening up through the hips. Those are places that we tend to carry a lot of tension. As we're going about our day, we tend to keep them very stationary when they're meant to move around a lot. So we're kind of giving them a little bit of that movement right here. I'm going to pause here in the center, extend out through your left leg and cross that right ankle just above the knee. Set the left foot down and then walk your butt a little bit closer. How close you get is really up to you. See how you're feeling right now. Watch out for those shoulders trying to collapse and shoot up into your ears. Try to keep it long and strong through the spine while you work on this movement. And we find some stillness here in the center. Unwind those legs. This time bringing the soles of the feet together. How close or how far your feet are is really up to you. We're going to bring our hands down wherever they can reach. Take a deep breath, lengthening through the spine, and then as you exhale, pull yourself a little bit closer. Bend your elbows out to the side. You can use these elbows to gently press the hips a little bit wider. Just be cautious not to go too far with it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sink a little bit lower, maybe walking the hands further down the feet. Inhale. Exhale, coming down even lower. You might be able to reach those hands out in front of you. 2 breaths here. And we gradually begin to roll it up through that spine. Take a nice big roll through the shoulders. Let's take the hands down here to the top of the mat and come into our tabletop position. Fingers nice and wide, length through the spine. Knees right underneath the hips. Notice your core right now. What's it doing? Make sure it's staying strong and active. Holding up your back. We're going to take this right foot and step it between the hands and then gradually allow the hip to open up a little bit more on that left side. We want to maintain the right knee behind the toes. Let's walk the hands up till we're resting on top of that thigh. Lean in just a bit deeper if we can. Take a deep breath, reaching the hands high. Drop your left hand across the body and reach the right hand behind you. Follow that right hand as much as you can with your gaze. We're going to continue to let that left hip open up, moving the spine. And then we take a deep breath, sweep that hand down. Let's pick up the left hand, exhale and cactus the arms. Inhale and reach. Exhale, frame up this front foot, tuck your toes under and lengthen out to come into a runner's lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back. Really opening up through the hip. This is a great place to use your blocks if you like, right underneath your hands, so you don't end up sort of laying down on top of that forward thigh. Let's push off with that left foot. Step it outside your left hand. We're going to step the right foot a little bit wider. Toes out, heels in, legs long, and just let your head dangle here, looking through the legs toward the back of the mat and beyond in a wide forward fold. No pressure in these fingertips, they're just resting on the floor.
Now start to bring the toes and heels a little bit closer together. Take a long step back with your right foot and come into your runner's lunge. Opening up that hip on the right side now. Lengthening out through the spine. And then dropping the right knee down. Find your low lunge. Walk the hands up. Take the deep breath up here. Dropping the right hand across the body, reaching the left hand back. Follow that left hand and allowing the hip to continue to stay open on the right side. Inhale and sweep that left hand down, face the front, pick up the hand, the right hand, exhale, cactus those arms. Exhale, drop the hands down to the floor, framing up your foot. Let's pull that left knee right back underneath your hip, coming back to your tabletop. Find some movement for your spine with a cow and cat, lifting your gaze, dropping the belly, lifting the hips for cow. Exhale, scooping the hips, rounding the spine, tucking the chin for cat. Return to your tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Start to walk your hands back toward your thighs. Tip back onto your toes. Let those heels come down, but we're going to maintain a bend in the knees. Reach up for your opposite elbows to come into ragdoll. Let your belly sort of rest here on top of your thighs. You can move this around. You're looking through your legs toward the back of your mat. And then find some stillness here. Let the hands relax toward the floor and lengthen out through the legs for a forward fold. Let's gradually begin to roll it up. Let your arms just sort of dangle here as you're moving up. A little squeeze through the glutes to gently press the hips forward. Shoulders come up to those ears. Oh, that feels so good. Roll it back and down. Take a nice big deep breath here, reaching out and up. Exhale, bring these hands to your hips. We're going to take a big step forward on the right foot. Deep bend in the front knees. Scoop your hip under and lift your chest high to come into a crescent lunge. One more breath, and then we're pushing off from the back leg. Keeping the knees bent here, reach both hands high, chair, pose. Take a quick look down. Make sure you can see your toes here. If you can't see them, maybe stand a little taller or shift your weight back slightly. Inhale, pick up your right foot, take a big step back, scoop the right hip under, reach the hands high, finding that crescent lunge. Pushing off with your left foot, step to the back of the mat, volcano pose. Exhale and cactus these arms. Inhale and reach. Exhale, reaching back with the right hand, forward with the left for our standing twist. Sweep the right hand down, face the front, pick up the left hand. Exhale. Inhale. Standing twist, left hand reaching back. Hips are facing forward. Inhale, sweeping down, pick up that right hand. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale. Sweep those hands down to your hips and pause right here. Taking a step forward this time on the left foot. Big step here. We want a deep bend in the forward knee. Scoop your right hip under. Back heel staying off the ground for safety. Pushing off with your right foot here. Let's come into our chair pose. Take a couple of breaths.
Inhale and pick up your left foot. Let's take that big step back. Scoop the hip under, reach the hands high. Deep, generous bend in that front knee. And pushing back with your right foot. Find that volcano pose. Let's bring our last 3 fingers together, pointer and thumb together for an arrow mudra. Take a deep breath, reach a little taller. Exhale, leaning to the left, standing crescent moon. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale to a forward fold. You're going to start to walk your hands all the way out toward the top of the mat. Finding a plank, hands underneath your shoulders. Pause for 1 breath. You might have your knees down or up, your choice. Then we start to walk these hands toward the top of the mat, keeping that deep bend in the knees. Let your hips come down to rest on the back of your legs. Reach up and grab your opposite elbows, tuck the chin, ball of yarn. We allow ourselves to come down to the floor, finding a seated position. Letting the chin drop to the chest, moving through the neck, and releasing any tightness we might have built up in there. We love to put tension in our necks, don't we? Let's let that chin stop here in the center, gradually opening the eyes. Take a full, big, deep breath out and up. Exhale, bringing these hands to heart center. May you have peace in your thoughts, kindness in your words, and hope in your hearts, from my heart to yours. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed your practice today, whether it was to get you up and moving in the morning or help sort of release any built up energy at the end of the day, or maybe it was just a midday break for you. Wherever you used it, I hope it helped you out. If it did, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. If you'd like to find some more ways to integrate wellness into your everyday life, please come visit me at laylowellness.com.